Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of what's going on in the modelling world. Good morning, Mr. Ball. How are we doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm very well, yeah. Good.
Very nice, very good. Oh, you got some nice, interesting stuff around you today?
Yes, we had a delivery yesterday. So, a bit of restocking on stuff and some new stuff come in. And there's one down there that's just massive, so I'll show you that in a minute when these are done. Yes, some nice stuff has arrived, shall we say. So, first up, we're on about this, weren't we?
We were actually. It was quite an interesting kit because, again, it was one of those where nobody was quite sure what it was or all the various bits and pieces. So it turns out it is a Tallerzone one because we did a bit of homework after the live show. And it is a Tallerzone one. And it's been around in a few guises. Last time was a few years ago as a Red Arrows, wasn't it?
It was the anniversary, wasn't it? Boxing, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but this one.
So now it's back out again, but what's really lovely about it is the markings. As I say, it's got some absolutely stunning markings on it.
Camera will pick it up. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Including the finished version as well, which is really nice as well for their display team.
Yes. So again,
which I would say we saw them fly at Riyadh a few years ago. Do you remember? But the weather was that bad, I didn't actually see them.
No, we didn't see them fly.
They were flying around in the cloud, which was fantastic.
A grey plane in grey clouds.
Yes.
Is really good camo.
And it was raining as well and everything. It was truly awful well. I'll give them kudos for going up in it. I don't think nobody else did.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's nice to see the Atalery one of that one back out again, because as we spoke about, the other option that's readily available, if you like, is the Hobby Boss one, which actually isn't a T1. It's a T127 or whatever it is, and you need to do some cutting offs and removing of various things like vortex generators and that to turn it into technically a T1. So there's a little bit of surgery involved with that one to backdate it, but that one is straightforward T1 build and actually doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, I'd say it's I mean, the other one stands up. We were on about the Afix one.
Yeah.
Which I thought was gone, but actually it weren't that long out either, because I think they did a Red Arrows one, didn't they? Just doing a bit of research. But yeah, it'd be interesting kit that they've released. So.
And again, the nice thing about it, I suppose it's Tallery always do this thing, the kits come back with fantastic markings.
That's what I was about to say.
And that's what sells you on that one, because there is some really, really nice options down in there. Not just the black one, as you say, there's various other commemorative schemes. You've got the navy one in there as well, so forth and so on, again, with the finished one. So again, it's one of those which actually you see the schemes before you look at even the kit. You think, oh, some nice schemes on that kit. So
yeah, that's what Tallery doing it. There's some nice decals. And the other one,
yes,
is the Motorbike.
Yes, which we think is the old Protar kit.
I think it's Protar. It's either that or Eskies. I'm not 100%, but I think it's Protars.
Yes.
So it will be knocking on in age, but again, interesting subject.
And it's the big one. This is the 1/9 scale.
Yes.
So.
For those who remember the said rider of this from back in the day.
Very nice.
Get a full decal scheme as well with sponsors, which is nice. Again, clear off my camera, but there you go.
Champion
sport thugs, that's what we need. Fabergé.
Yes.
Apparently. But yeah, interesting subject. And then
Holden but golden kits.
Yeah. Bending pliers, small ones.
Yes.
Which I find a lot more useful than the long ones.
I do, yeah. I think the trouble with the long ones, they do that thing of doing that.
Yeah.
They display at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I must admit, these are really very nice for getting in small little bits of photo etch. And normally the stuff you handle, you want that size anyway.
Yes.
So.
But also, which I haven't got, which is on the site, is the little bending tweezers for photo etch as well. Which are quite useful. So they're back in. We've had, again, some more Tamiya tools back in stock.
Nice.
So we're pretty much loaded up. There's only a few bits out to stock that's on back order now, which is pretty good, because obviously these have been out for ages and ages. So between them and them little photo etch scissors and the little tweezers, you're set.
Yes.
And then
very nice indeed.
Obviously the kits are coming back in, and you know, we were on about this, or you was on about it, weren't you?
Well, it wasn't me. Everyone was on about it on last Thursday show. They were saying that obviously one of the very early video builds I did was the Tamiya F16, and how it's still a really good video and all the rest of it. It's free to watch. You can just go off and see that one. I should redo it again. And I said, I've got a few of them down in here, and I've got the block 25, I've got the block 50, The one I would like to do is actually that kit, which is the Block 30. And again, it's getting a bit anorak-y now, rivet counter and all the rest of it. But to be honest, that's the best one, because if I remember correctly, you can do both the versions in that kit, because it's got all the parts for the different ones in there. So what Tamiya did in the early days, they did them separately. So you had the big mouth and the small mouth for the different engines and things separately. That one comes with both of them in there, so you can pretty much do them all with a little bit of knowledge for all the different versions of the F16. And it just so happens I've got an idea for a Block 30 I'd like to do, and obviously I've got a standard Block 30. I've got a 32, a 25, and a 50, but not a 30. And I did have that kit, and I sold it a few years ago, and then usual thing, I went online and they weren't available. And now actually it's just come back in, so I don't know if someone was listening. If they were really quick. But it is available, so I think that's probably, if you're going to do an F16, obviously that was the aggressor one. It comes with all the fantastic markings for it.
Yeah.
But it's got the 3 versions in there. You've got Mukau, which I had the pleasure and honour of seeing, which is the black and white version when I was up, and the particular one there, the blue one, as well, which is known as Flanker. And then you've got Lizard down in there as well with the desert ones. And when I was up in Alaska, they were flying around all over the place. So it was great to see those live.
It's a chop full box as well.
It is, yeah, because you get a couple of extra sprues in there for the different versions, you see, to get them all in.
Yeah.
And aftermarket wise, you can get tons and tons for it. So I must admit, there's after the show, I spoke to Matt about it, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know if it's available," and all the rest of it. And then lo and behold, it's there now. So I'll have that sold.
It's the other version, the C, we've got in stock, I think.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's that's the Block 50, isn't it? Which is the C version.
Yeah.
But again, the N just denotes it's the naval version. So what it was, there's a story to this. Apparently they were all going to be sold to a certain country, but they got embargoed. So it turns out the Navy had them all, because they couldn't be sold to a certain country. And I don't want to get political over this, but yeah, that was the problem with it. So the Navy ended up having them all. And that's why they were designated as the N. F16N for Navy, but again, it's just an aggressor one and all the rest of it. But the Caesar kit in there, and again, it's one of those kits where you can pretty much build all the F16s out of one box, which is really nice. So occasionally they do crop up, so you're not sort of pigeonholed into a particular version of, you have to buy that kit. It's got all the versions in it, so you can do it. Plus the fact, the other nice thing as well, it's got the actual tactical pod underneath it, which is an ALQ, whatever else it is, and that's only available in that kit.
Oh, there you go then. So there you go.
Good kit, but I must admit I have a bit of a plan that's forming in my grey matter about what to do with that. Something a little bit special in the future, so that's nice.
And here we go.
Here it is.
As you can see, it comes with its own carry handle now.
Yes.
So this is the new Zvezda C-130J 30, the stretch.
So yeah, this is the stretched version. It's not the standard one we saw last time, the H. This is the long one.
Yep.
So yes, that's why it's in a huge box.
Yes. And as far as we're aware, this is the only stretched one available in any scale, isn't it? Without converting, chopping and...
Yeah, without putting in segments.
So, interesting, eh?
It is, definitely. So obviously this is the J version, which is the newest version of, which isn't that new now. They've been around a few years, but it's replaced obviously all the H's and other older versions in there. So I know we've got members on the Flory site who have done conversions from the H to the J, and now they've just released the J as well, which is really nice.
Back, there we go. The back of the box as well.
Very nice.
You're not tempted?
I could be, but again, that's a big kit. When that's done, that's going to be quite large. What's the measurements on the back there? In the blue on the other end, it's got the actual size.
47.8 centimetres.
Is that length or wing?
That's length.
All right, so actually it's not too bad. It's just about me cutting, Matt.
I don't know what the width is, obviously.
Yeah, I think the wings are a little bit more, maybe. I don't know, but it's the stretch. So it's going to take up quite a chunk of space on that one. But it is in 70-second scale.
Yeah.
Really nice.
God, 48 would be huge, wouldn't it?
But again, we often talk about, don't we, Hurricanes and stuff like that, but Hercules it's nice to see Zvezda given some love.
Yes.
Because we've had manufacturers do different things about, because Matt's given me one of his old ones as well, which is the Italeri boxing, isn't it? Which has got for the actual gunship version. So those have been floating around for donkey's years, but we haven't seen anything modern-ish.
Well,
So,
all the other ones, apart from that one you've got, were raised panel lines.
Yeah.
I think the old Esky one was recessed, but again, that's old.
Yes.
Obviously, the old Airfix one, we know about that one. And then obviously Tallery bought a loadout, but they were all raised. And then that one you've got, which was the Spectre, isn't it? Is recessed.
Yeah. She's really odd.
Which is very odd. Yeah. Because I do believe that that came out and they did a couple of other versions. Like, what's the one with the Talon?
Yeah, that's it.
Whatever that is, and that's all raised. So I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what the crack is really, but at least the Zvezda ones are recessed and new tooled as well. I mean, I have seen the other version, the H built up as well. Some, like I say, some people's done it, and it looks not a Hercules aficionado by any stretch, but it looks like one to me. So because this one's got different engines and props, and obviously stretch. There is a few differences, isn't there? Different cockpit as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a totally different bird, that one. Yeah, it's got the newer engines, the newer blades. Obviously, it's a bit like, it looks like a Herc, but there's not a lot in it.
Sticky out bit here, look.
Sticky out bits on there.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Definitely interesting anyway.
Yes.
Put that down there because it's bloody massive.
It is a very, very large lump. But anyway, again, so obviously, it's a big old kit. It's not too bad at 48 quid either.
No, you're going to get a lot of plastic. I say it's pretty chock full again. But usual Zvezda packaging, box within a box, which is always nice. So
yeah, solid.
Solid. I think that's the word, solid.
That's how I describe. They're the ones you can stack.
It is, isn't it? It's not
fine.
flimsy, crappy cardboard box, is it? They always, So when they do get sent, they kind of arrived how they're supposed to. As in other new arrivals, as you can see, we're selling out of stuff, to be honest. We've got some more Hinds and Hurries coming back in because they've sold brilliantly.
Yes.
So they'll be coming in. They might back end of this week, beginning of next. But yeah, they have sold unbelievably well.
Yes.
Very popular. I think the Hurricane now is kind of done. So what we're getting will be the last of.
Excuse me.
It's all right. That's what I normally do on this show, sneeze.
Absolutely.
Yeah, mine will come in a bit. So yeah, we are having restocks and stuff selling. It is what it is. But keep an eye out on the site. I think we've got a few more Camel and Co's coming.
Yes.
And then, we're going to sort that out because really some of the stuff's been in there for a while. So I'm going to have a good sort out and move it into its proper categories.
Yes.
Because we all do some stuff this month anyway, aren't we? Like we've said, we think the ICM Broncos do any minute.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be out by now, if I'm honest, or in the supplies, but not. So that's coming out soon, and I think there's a few other things penciled in as well. So we've also, which Phil will find and put up, Hobby 2000. And their new releases. We ain't got these up because it was a last thing from our supplier to say I need numbers, so I couldn't put it up as a pre-order, unfortunately. But they're bringing out a reboxing of the Revell Mark 1 Spit, Mark 2 Spit, I think, and the 5.
Yes.
In 32nd with some bits and goodies, which look quite nice.
Very similar to this one. This is a Mark 9. They're not doing, but it's basically the same kit as they did, but I have to say, like we said before, I've been working on this one. Obviously, the video's been going up at the moment. And for the money you pay, I don't know obviously how much Hobby 2000 ones are going to be, but from Revell's point of view of the boxing, they are fantastic. Really, really nice kits. It's not obviously on the par as we've spoken about, obviously, with the Tamiya one, but when you think the Tamiya one's almost £100 more expensive, all right, Tamiya one, you get an engine and everything else like that. I think if you're not worried about an engine, it's definitely the way to go. Because it's still got all the recessed details, it's got all the panel lining, it's got all the riveting details, it's got everything on it. It's just a little bit more clunky, shall we say, but it goes together really, really well. I've had no fit issues, no problems at all, and to be honest with you, the only reason it's got a lot of the filler on this is because I've done a masterclass in filling. So I used it to show, whereas before I might have just glossed over it a bit. I don't think it needs it to go as far as we did, but because we used it as a masterclass, we did some of these seams a little bit more over the top, so we say, than I normally would. So yeah, very, very nice indeed, but really good kits. And we're assuming with the Hobby 2000 obviously you're getting mask set
Mass set, a couple of them's got resin. One's got a resin prop and spinner.
Yeah.
One's got resin exhaust. I think the Mark 5 just comes with decals and a mass set. I don't think that's got any resin. But again, it's quite the good solid kits, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know, I know often we speak about sometimes as Revel kits are a little bit more clunky and a bit more organic, but obviously it's a totally different price point. You know, this isn't a £125 kit. It's a £35 kit from Revel if you're going to do it that way. As I say, we're not quite sure on the pricing of the Hobby 2000 one yet. Have a few more bits in there and everything else, but they're really good, solid overall kits. If you just want to build the overall type, you know, a Spitfire, definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to mess around, you know, obviously with engines and full detail you're never going to see and, you know, all of those things, then it's in there, you know, and I'm sure aftermarket on top of that, again, if you wanted to add some various bits to it, you could do that as well.
Yes, and then the other thing they're going to bring out, if I can find it, is the Hasegawa kit of the Henschel 129. So the Tank Buster one. They're doing two versions of that, which is I've built that kit. So it's actually cracking. It's another gem from Hasegawa. So again, that'll come with decals and a mass set. I don't think it's got any resin in that, but there's two versions. There's the Eastern Front one and the North African one.
Right.
And a couple of schemes in each. So, yeah, I think, again, they've picked a couple of gems here.
Yeah, some really, really nice kits. Yeah. Again, it's like Hobby 2000 are turning into sort of the Edard. You know, they're taking the better kits, you know, that are out there and that make more sense from a price point of view and everything else like that, and reboxing, adding their little stamp to it. Yeah. You know, the improvements they feel the kit needs, and away you go. So, you know, and you say that we've seen some nice stuff out of Hobby 2000 over the last few years.
I tell you what, as well, I actually like their box art. I know they're just a sort of profile picture, aren't they? There's nothing dynamic, but whoever does them, actually, the rendering of the artwork is really nice. You could actually, like, frame them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Just the side-on view, but they're really nicely done. So, just go back. The Mark 1A comes with cartograph, decals, P-masts, and resin. So that one's got the resin stacks. The Mark 2A has got the propeller and the spinner, P-masks and cartograph. And the Mark 5A is cartograph and P-mast, no resin.
There you go.
I think they are 40-ish quid retail. Let me have a look. Something like that, or 30-ish quid, something, I don't know. They're not overly expensive for what they are in the scale, so... Yeah, definitely worth a look.
But yeah, definitely, as I say, I've been harping about this one, and I've done a video about this one as a direct comparison to the Tamiya one, and that's why we're sort of building this one as well. If you're not interested in obviously the internals and you just want an external model, that's why I've got my Tamiya one over there, and we've done a side-by-side comparison, and it stacks up really, really well, you know. And in this day and age of people, to be honest, moaning like hell about the price of kits, which is nothing to do with us, it's just what they come into us at. But it's one of those, there is always another option out there, and some of the other options out there aren't bad either. That's the whole point to it. If you don't want to pay 500 quid, 700 quid, 300 quid, or 100 quid for a kit, there's usually another option out there which is on a budget, you know, a lot nice, and it isn't a terrible kit. That's the point. And I think it's definitely where Revel fits that little gap very, very nicely.
I think they always have, haven't they? They've always filled that kind of budget gap.
Yeah.
You know? I know we bash them. We have bashed them quite a bit for some of the reboxings, but the newer, you know, some of the newer stuff, 90s onwards, is pretty solid kits, aren't they? Yeah, they're pretty solid and buildable kits. So I think you just have to make sure you do your research as if it's a Revel kit or a rebox of somebody else's kit or an old kit from 1960 or something. I think that's where it can become a bit blurred with Revel, isn't it?
Again, and I think people unnecessary bash Revel sometimes for, you know, little bits of flash on their kits and, you know, obviously sink marks and stuff like that. But again, I think, you know, you just need to look past that. And again, as modelers, you know, flash on a kit is nothing. It's just a sanding job. I've done a whole video on how to deal with flash, you know, and it's literally a 2-minute job. It doesn't harm structural or anything to do with it. Sink marks, whilst can be a little bit annoying, most manufacturers do it. Everybody else I know, with the exception probably of Bandai and Tamiya, everybody else gets sink marks somewhere. And it just depends to what extent you care. You know,
Yeah.
if it's a blatantly obvious one, then fair enough. But, you know, occasionally there's a little sink mark and it's a smudger filler and it's a quick sand over and you're good to go. You know, and actually you can turn out something really, really nice. And sometimes, yeah, locations and joins and that can be a little bit weaker than other kits as well. But I've often said, and it's probably my slogan for the year, is that, you know, at the end of the day, it's modelling. It's what modelling used to be. It was overcoming problems. You know, it was almost that thing about a kit's going to come with a certain amount of little work to put it together, and that's what it is. It's the achievement. You sit back and think, do you know what, this thing's just ready to go into primer now, and I've done a little bit of sanding, we've done some filler work, we've put some rescribing in, we've done some re-riveting, and we've got something now that's ready to go in, and you've got a nice sense of achievement when you come away from it. You know, where other kits, yes, of course you could do the Tamiya one that probably wouldn't need filler and it didn't have sink marks, and, you know, it's got better locations area to make it alignments a little bit easier and things like that. But it's not a deal breaker by any stretch of the imagination.
No,
You
no,
know?
absolutely not. No.
You know, like I've said before, if you want to do construction, do Lego. You know, if you want to do modelling. But at the end of the day, you can't harp about it, especially when you're paying not mega bucks for it. Because as we're all aware now, there's kits out there that are very, very expensive these days. You know, and there's always that sort of cheaper option to it. And as I said before, we've done this thing, we've seen it, especially on the Flory Model site, where a modeller will tackle what is notoriously a really bad kit, and it turns out absolutely stunning. And not for a minute would you think it was a cheap kit or anything else like that. So
No.
don't be put off by it. That's what I would say. Don't listen to the naysayers out and say, oh, it's unbuildable. Oh, you wouldn't touch that. You want to get the other. Yeah. Again, there's lots of that out there. But at the end of the day, you're the modeller, not them. Your model.
And your money.
Your money, absolutely. Absolutely. You can save yourself a few quid, definitely.
Yeah. The other thing we've done is if you can go to a pre-orders, please.
Mm-hmm. Pre-orders, which one's that? That one's in here, yes.
We have put up the Tamiya, well, there's quite a few bits up there, isn't there? The
Yes.
Tamiya M18 Hellcats up. Again,
Right.
these are going to be pretty short pre-orders. So this is for the Flory members. If you want to get your name down, please do it as soon as, because I do need to get these into the system, so we'll make sure we get them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I quite like the looks of that. I am actually tempted with that.
Yes.
I really am. I know the other version is it the AFE Club one?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't know if Academy might have done one as well at some point. But again, it's getting older, these things. But yeah, it's Tamiya, isn't it? You know, it's just gonna get
You know, it's
together.
going to be a lovely
No
kit and all the
stress.
rest of it. Yeah. Yeah. A non-stress build, as we were saying.
It is, yeah, it is. So that's up. So yeah, if you want one of them, get your name down. Then the other one that's up is quite interesting actually. Is that the Team Suzuki?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I used to love that colour.
Yes.
Suzuki blue, we used to call it. It's
definitely.
a cracking colour because it's a metallic as well. It's not
Yes.
like a pearl blue. But I think, you know, with the Suzuki down the side and all the bits and bobs, and as well, because a couple of guys have asked who've already put up, can we get the Folk set and the upgrade set? Yes. If you want that, please put your name. You know, when you put your name down, say, can I have an upgrade set with it, and we'll get them in as well.
Yeah, which again, I've used the Fork upgrade sets on my builds and things like that, and they are definitely worth it.
But yeah, I think that'd be an interesting looking bike, to be honest.
It is really, really nice bike, but as you say, even in the colour scheme as it is like that, it's really, really striking. Very, very nice indeed.
Yeah.
So, and it has got the coolest exhaust system on it.
It has. I was just looking at that. It is. Yeah. It's
that
just
blended in aerodynamic exhaust system. So yeah, very, very nice.
That is a pretty looking motorbike, I have to say.
It is. Yes.
Isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want your name down for one of them, put your name down. And the other thing we've got up that we just put up, if you go to the Lancia Delta,
yeah,
which was, to be honest, I was a bit aghast by the price. I've got to say.
So am I.
Obviously we don't make these up, so this is how much it is. But this is a 1/12 new tooled Lancia Delta, which again is just an iconic
Yes.
car, full stop. Full engine and everything I've seen, I think, on the CAD work.
Yeah.
There you go, full frame engine. You know, it's going to look stunning built. There's no question.
Yeah. Again, we haven't seen Italeri do this for a while, have we?
No, because they did the older sort of I could say prehistoric, but you know what I mean, vintage race cars like the Fiat,
Yeah.
Mistopheles and stuff like that, the Alpha. But
Mm-hmm.
this is, this is quite modern for them. And obviously there is the 24th scale one out, which is I think called Esky kit. But this is 112th. This has been rumoured for a couple of years, I think, and it's due to drop. Honestly, price wise, I was thinking probably 170.
Yeah.
230 is up there. So,
Definitely.
but again, if it is your thing and something you would like, it's up there for you to put your name down. But yeah, we'll have to have a look. We will have to get one for review just to see.
Yeah. Because again, it's very difficult to see it in the CAD work and all the rest of it. But it does look very nice. But say we'll get one in for a review and have a look at it, see exactly what it's up to.
I always like how they're always a 4-door.
Yeah,
Never did a 2-door, did they? I don't think in the Delta. They're always a 4-door. But I do looking at.
You know why? So you get the spare wheel out.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but looking at it, I don't think a 2-door Delta would work.
No.
I don't know if they ever did one. Did they do one of the little ones? You know when you used to have the thingy rally that got banned?
Chopped. Yeah.
Group.
I don't know actually.
Group C, was it Group C or B? B, wasn't it? Was it Group B? I don't know. Andy's the man who knows about rally, and he used to follow him around. I'll have to have a look on that other one that we stopped from Nunu.
Yes.
Because they did the little one. They might have done a 2-door one. I might be correct. I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, that's definitely a 4-door. I'd always fancied owning one of them, but they're just too pricey. And now they're just horrendously pricey because they're
even worse now.
They're rear, aren't they?
Very.
But yeah. So there you go, so the Lancia's up. And I think the other thing's the Ekrana Planet, if we mentioned that last week, did we? I think we did.
Yeah.
And obviously the Edord.
Which is the missile one, which is quite popular. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be...
And again, it's 51 centimetres long, so you're basically talking A3 cutting mat size.
Yes. I mean, is it longer than this thing down here? I think it is.
Yeah, it's longer than the Herc.
Yeah, it is. It's longer than the stretched Herc, So
yes,
again,
if you want the missile one.
Yeah.
I love the way this bit here, look in the middle, look, that's literally the tail end off of a Bear bomber, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've just stuck that in.
Yeah, they've just
it's exactly this back rear turret on the actual Bear bombers, and obviously the
Bison. The Bison had it.
Yeah, that's it.
Bison have a back turret. Oh yeah, it might have.
Yeah, and the Illusions, isn't it? So
why not?
The IL-76s. Yeah.
But that will be interesting. Again, they're bringing out because we won't put them up, but Zeppelins.
Yes, we did speak about that the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which is...
I think somebody's asked a question, so we'll answer it when we get to that question. But yeah. So, interesting. Definitely...
Some interesting stuff coming out.
Bit left field, shall we say?
Yes, definitely. Again, that's one of those things that modelers have built various versions of, and there's been resin ones over the years and stuff like that. And again, Takom's come along and, done the... the actual kit of it, which is quite nice. And obviously Takom's released. Didn't they just do an anchor we were talking about yesterday?
They've done an anchor, yeah.
They've released an anchor.
A Moto anchor.
Which is fair enough. And obviously they're doing a lot more of their turrets, aren't they? So they've got, I noticed the other day, they've got all the various weapon turrets from ships and various things as standalone items.
Yes.
So that's quite interesting as well.
Yeah, they're definitely branching out, aren't they? I think
they're spreading themselves thinly across the genres.
Well, yeah, it's just different.
Try a little bit of everything, but it is nice to see. As you say, in the Ekrana Plan, it's one of those things of legend, really, isn't it? I don't know how many they actually built, but if you've got a spare hour, go on YouTube, and there's a couple of ones that are basically just left to rot, aren't they?
Yes.
And people have done various walkarounds with them. Fantastic, very, very interesting. The Caspian Sea Monster, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that was it. I tell you what is out actually. I'm just looking. Hold on, let me find it. Is the Royal Navy surface-to-air missile, the Sea Dart?
Yes, Sea Dart, and the other one, Seawolf. Yeah.
Yeah, that's in 35th. So what were they on? HMS Sheffield, is it? Bristol or something? HMS Bristol and Sheffield class. An invincible class aircraft carriers. I
was going to say, they're pretty much on sort of everything like that. Destroyers and carriers. It's the carrier fleet self-air defence system, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yes, and again, it's nice because they did a lot of Russian, and now they've done British, and then obviously we've seen them do the Phalanx and the various things like it as well. So
yeah, well, I've said they've done a Mark 38 as well, which is coming out, which is a World War II US anti-aircraft naval gun.
Here you go. So again, for people who don't want to build the entire ship, you can just pick out the bits, the weapon systems, and the. Yeah, as I say, we've seen the turrets done before and all the rest of it. So yeah,
just
well
built
done,
turrets. Yeah.
Just 2 turrets. It's the future.
It is.
So yes, that's a good one. Right. So what we do, I think we do questions now, and we've got something to reveal in a minute.
Yes,
we'll do that afterwards. Right. So questions first. Adrian says, "Big thank you for Matt for the video on figure painting. It's coming along very well. Very well.
It's dragging along."
It's dragging
very slowly. Oh God, I am trying to get it wrapped up, so I do apologise because I actually didn't realise I started that back in March or May. That's got to be the longest video series ever.
Yes.
Someone got in the way. That was I say.
But I was going to say we have had a lot on in a defence.
Yeah, but he is coming along. Look, let me just show him again. So I'm just on actually his camo bit.
Yeah.
And then he's about finished. I've done his MG, or pretty much done the 42, so that's pretty much done, which I've recorded. So yeah, it is nearly finished because it needs to be wrapped up so I can get some other stuff finished. God, yeah, it's gone on and on and on.
Yeah. But anyway, it's coming along very, very nicely. Also, it says best wishes to Andy as well. Hope he gets well soon. Definitely, we will pass that on for you. I'd like to say thanks to Revel for sending me out new decals for 132nd Mosquito. Is that even in production still?
It weren't out that long ago, actually. Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh, right, that'll be it then.
Only a year or so ago. I think it's gone again now, but yeah, a couple of years ago. So yeah.
Okay, that it had a damaged box, so obviously very polite with good results. Absolutely, it's what we said the other day, wasn't it? If you want to deal with these companies, be nice, be very nice, and you'll be amazed what you can get out of them. Yeah,
well, it's like anything, isn't it? Really, you go off on the wrong foot, and you're going to get a negative reaction half the time, aren't you? Because you're just going to get people's back up. So
yes,
if you don't get what you want, then you can get shirty, but don't get shirty to begin with.
Yeah, don't go in there shirty, because you won't get it. Mark says, hi guys, I recently saw a post about the 148 scale I Love Kits F22A Raptor. Any idea when this is due? We'll be stocking it. So I Love Kits, isn't this the spin-off Trumpeter?
You know about this, don't you? Because I know nothing about this Raptor at all. I think you've mentioned it before.
Yeah.
Again, we can get said manufacturer, the I Love Kits. The F22 I know nothing about, and I don't know. We don't know the dates again.
No,
we don't. We get this asked a lot, and to be honest,
the trouble with I Love Kits, which tends to be like the Trumpeter side of it, is that with Hobby Boss and all these ones is that they tend to just appear in it with them. They tend to be that, and suddenly they're there. There's no lead up when it's coming. They usually put something else saying they're doing, and perhaps some CAD work, and then it goes very cold and quiet, and then next thing you know, it's literally out. As for the kit, as I say, it's one of those ones where you're sort of hoping that it's not going to be overdone with big surface power, RAM stuff and all this stuff onto it, and they keep it quite subdued. But again, I don't know that particular kit. So it's just one of those wait and see with it, and we'll see what happens, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we haven't got really much more information on it than probably what you've seen anyway. We haven't got any sort of inside track or knowing when it's out, that's for certain. But as for stocking it, again, because it's part of I Love Kits, we can get hold of that. So if you want it...
Hey, it's worth probably getting one to have a look at, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll get one in to have a review, and we can put it up to everybody else's and see which one is... Still, I think the Academy one is the best one out of them all. Paul says, hi guys, I'm just wondering if Academy will be restocked anytime soon. Appreciate recent events. I'm just wondered if you'd heard anything for the near future. He's looking for the B1B bomber. Great show and tutorials, Phil. Thank you.
No idea with Academy. Again, they come and go.
Yes.
Sporadically, I think is the word. Yeah, I did have a look because I pre-read that question, and nobody's got any, not the B ones anyway. Yeah, Academy is. I say they're just a mystery at the minute because they're doing a lot of stuff and for other people. and Reeboxing, and I know they're doing their 72nd Stuka. They must have a tie-in now with Special Hobby because they did the little Texan, didn't they? That they Reeboxed, and apparently they're doing the Stuka now. And I know they work with Italeri because they've had some kits. I think they've done Ravel.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
We've often said, because me and Matt, we even did a show about it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was that thing saying how good Academy is and how you overlook them.
Yeah.
But it's just difficult to get their kits.
Yeah.
It literally is. They're all over the place, and then they just dry up, and you can't get them. Even from our point of view of stocking them through stockists and all the rest of it, it's very, very difficult to get.
You know what makes me wonder? Because obviously they worked a lot of AFIX as well doing the armour, didn't they? Box them. I wonder now if perhaps, I don't think they're fully stepping away from their own brand, but if they're just working with other companies doing tooling and stuff. Maybe, yeah. Because we know they, we think, pretty sure they own the moulds for the old Accurate Miniatures kits that we harp on about, and they obviously get, the Dauntless is obviously like with Ravel. Yes. So yeah, it'd be interesting to find out a bit more what Academy are up to. Because like I say, their kits when they get released, especially the new stuff, is really good. Their little Tomcat, 7/6, brilliant, really. Like
their F4s they did, their snap type kits as they've called them, they're really nice. They're 72nd ones that they did.
Well, that B52 you've just reviewed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the B1 you've reviewed. There's loads. You can just go on and on and on, really. Don't know. Yeah. When they're ready to get them, when we can get them, we get them.
Yes, we will. We'll definitely. But again, it's one of those where if you see them, grab them. Definitely. Clive says, hello Phil and Matt, and all the best to Andy. I've been building aircraft for a couple of years, but I'm tempted by figure painting and some armour. I've accumulated a good collection of lacquer paints and a handful of Tamiya acrylics, but I've come to realise these are not going to do the job for figure painting. I've heard about AK 3rd Gen acrylics paints. And I've been watching Matt's figure painting videos. I don't see the AK 3 Gen listed on the PM store. Are you planning to stock these, or are they a special order? I've started from scratch and looking at painting World War II era tank crews and the odd air crew and ground crew. What paints would you suggest? Singles or a set?
We will be stocking said company, like you said.
Yeah.
The Gen 3s, they are coming. We should have them by the end of the year.
Yes.
We're just going to get the full rack of singles in. We're not be selling sets.
No.
Unfortunately, but we're just going to have all the singles in. A good alternative is what we do stock is the Vallejo Panzer Racers.
Yeah.
Because they are good paints as well, really good. Because I've used some. Again, we'll pull Lado out here. I've been doing. He is mostly Gen 3, but there's quite a bit if you look at the video of Panzer Racers as well in that. And they do all the tank crew colours, and also wherever Phil puts it up so I can remember.
Yeah, hold on, I'm looking for it. Where's the second? There we go. There it is.
The metal colours.
There you go.
So I mean, the only one we're out of is dark rubber, I think. But yeah, you've got really, really good range of colours with them. Flesh colours as well, rust colours, periscopes, winter camo, I don't know, you name it, every tank crew as well. So again, they're a good starting point.
Definitely.
So yeah,
the thing is, we've been, to be honest, we were waiting for the full set to be released by AK, because you might know they've done the armour colours and obviously the figure ones and all the rest of it, but we were waiting for the aircraft series to be released. So then obviously when we buy the rack, we buy the entire lot with obviously all the ones to fill it. So we're literally just waiting for it to come along. We want to do, obviously, as a lot of you know, the reshuffle in the warehouse, which we're just about to start on, and then after that we'll get it ordered and get it in for it as well. So that's our next big line to take on as a company, is to take on the entire 3G.
From my point of view, because I have used the Gen 3 few things I've got for airbrushing and brush painting, I've been really impressed. I know it sounds like we're thinking because we're going to be selling them, but I have honestly been really impressed with them. I think they're really good paints. The thing is, I was more surprised with the airbrushing side of it. Brush painting, I knew they'd pretty much work. But airbrushing, I have had no problem with tip dry, just with normal. And to be honest, I've been using Vallejo airbrush thinner, not cleaner. And I've had no tip dry whatsoever. I think they just spray really, really nice. So I'll be showing more of that when we get them in from my video build side of it, because like I've said in here, I'm a bit confined and not much extraction, so I don't want to be spraying lacquers and hot stuff, as they say. I want to keep it quite clean for the builds in here, so you'll see a lot more of that in the future. So yes.
Nice. Very, very good.
Okay.
Where are we? There we go. And Ian says, hello to Phil and Matt and all the best to Andy. Not a question, but an update on my question last week about the availability of the trolley for the rear fuselage for a 48 scale MiG-17 that is completed for the Comrade Buller SIG. Thanks to Andy for looking for me. A Flory member, Brian Cuthbert, was very kind and sent me one from his Tamiya MiG-15 that he hadn't used. Thanks again for all the Flory members. Are the best.
There you go.
Well done, teams.
There you go.
Well done, people. Good job. Jerry says, hi Phil and Matt. A big thank you for Matt for sorting out his AZ ME109G order and the associated paints for me, plus sending me out the Zvezda Hurricane so promptly as well. Usual first class service. What? We'll have to send him something.
Yeah.
Is that like a 5-star rating?
Yeah.
What a super kit the Zvezda Hurricane is. Well detailed, considering the cost, not at all what you might expect from a snap fit kit. To be like, Nathan's appraisal about the kit was spot on. Do you think Zvezda will do some more of these snap fit kits moving forward? Very best to Andy, and hope all goes well over the next coming days.
I would have said so. They've done a few. Yeah. I mean, I know, like say, Nathan was well impressed with this. He really enjoyed it. And obviously he reviewed it when we were down at yours as well, because that was his own kit. So at least he's actually reviewed it and built it as well. We've heard nothing. I haven't heard anything that they're going to bring out, but I didn't even know they were doing a Hurricane anyway. So that just came out of the blue. So they normally do it in the 72nd sort of scale. To be honest, we'll ask Nathan tomorrow. He's quite up with Zvezda and their other kits, their smaller kit, shall we say? 72.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I think what's really nice about that kit was that because it was released as a snap type kids kit, it's £8, wasn't it?
Yes.
Whatever it was. It's literally peanuts money, peanuts kit. And then we did the review, and actually it's a really, really nice kit.
Yeah.
It was one of those ones that you just wouldn't expect it to be that good. And it turned out absolutely fantastic. It's a great little kit. So it's nice sometimes to get these surprises where you think, oh, it's cheap and it's a kid's kit and it's not going to be good. And actually, it's really nice.
Yeah.
So, and when you're talking it's £8 for that kit, it's a bargain.
I'll tell you something, just going back to Zvezda, obviously we know about the SU-25 that they're releasing. I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's long overdue in 48 scale, a new one anyway, really long overdue. And, I think they're going to do a good job of that. Should have weapons and, I don't know, I think, you need to build it.
Yes, yeah. Do you know what? Because I say, I did the one down in there in leaf camo, the shark one with leaf camo, and it was like, I did that now. That's got to be, I don't know, over 10 years ago I did that kit. And it's the old KP kit, so it had to be rescribed, and it was really complicated all the way through with that. But it's still got a real warm spot in my heart, because I still see it, and it got destroyed almost in an accident. So it got put back together, and it's been through the mill, and it's one of those that, I've got a great fondness of building. But when the new one comes out, I'm going to do it, because it's a bit like, just why hasn't it happened before? It's such an iconic aircraft. It's like the Russian version of the A-10.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking jet as well.
Yeah.
Just no one's ever done it. And it's like, crikey, we're all getting quite excited when Kitty Hawk were going to do one.
Yeah.
And then that fell flat on its face. So it's a case of, right,
You do know
now
what's
where
going to
are we?
happen now, though, don't you? There's going to be a glut
Yeah, of course there will.
of SU-25s.
It will be. They'll be coming out of everywhere.
The one, do you know what? The one company who I would have thought would have released it would have been Trumpeter. I know they did the 32nd one, the bigger.
Yeah, and that's why I thought they would as well.
I would have thought they'd have done the line of them. I would have thought
Yes.
they'd have done the 72nd and the 48th one as well. That's really surprised me. Or even Hobby Boss. You know, one of the...
Yeah, I thought, to be honest, I
would
have openly said I was expecting Hobby Boss to release the 48th
Yeah.
one, because obviously Trumpeter did the A10, Hobby Boss did the 48th version of it.
From the SU27s, aren't they? In 32nd and in 72nd, and then Hobby Boss the 48th ones.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what you've always seen in the bigger kits, if they've ever released it in 32nd, it's normally come out as a 48 through Hobby Boss. So like their Tomcats and all the rest of it as well. And it was like, it just never did. And it was like, why? Why did that one never make it? So, but again, because the 32nd one's absolutely a mega kit. But yeah, strange.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it just. But yeah, it'd be good. I'm looking forward to that as well, because I think that's going to be, as soon as we obviously know prices and, well, I won't say availability, but you do normally get a thing with Zvezda.
Yes.
We'll whack it up on a pre-order, because I think that's going to be quite a popular
one. Definitely. Be interesting to do that one.
Yeah.
Lindsay says, hello gents, I've got the Tamiya P51D kit, and I'm not sure if I should do the silver type of paint scheme, as I'm not 100% confident that I can pull it off again. Experience with an airbrush right now, and the range of paints to do the job is killing my mojo for the kit, to be honest. So thinking about getting possible aftermarket decals to do the REF version. Can you suggest the best type of manufacturer that does not break the bank, of that kind of push my luck after getting portable spray booth portable spray booth with wife. Better hope she doesn't find out the stash in the attic. Hide it in the attic. Don't forget, there's a lot of US Air Force ones as well, which are green on top, you know, as well, and they've done them in olive drab and things like that. The RAF ones, weren't they the earlier type ones anyway?
Yeah, I don't.
Weren't they like the bees and things with the RAF ones?
Edar's just released the RAF D. They didn't have them. We sold one, I think, yesterday. There was one in stock. I don't know if you get Edard page, because we had an Edard restock, by the way.
Oh right, okay.
Mind you, a lot of it's sold, to be honest. We did get rid, but if you get Edard, one of their new tooled ones is an RF version.
Right. Where's Edard? There we go.
And they are in order now, so the P51s should be all.
There's one.
No, because that's the special boxes. If you could,
right.
Blimey, we've sold a lot. There, look.
So there we go.
No,
yeah.
Or Mark 4 in it.
Yeah.
As they called it.
Yes.
So yeah.
So yeah, technically you could do that.
You could do that one. Yeah.
But again, don't forget the metally bits is just the fuselage. The wings were puttied and were just silver.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that so much, and it's only really the fuselage. And again, there's a few of the American options. I know when we were looking at one of the boxings of the reviews I did, a few of them were green on top. And in fact, the other one that I'll be working on soon, which is for the tutorial series, again, that one you do a metal version, or in the box there's a green version in olive drab, which is Old Crow or whatever it is, one of them.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
They seem to have lost the boxing for it somewhere. So yeah, that's green on top as well, and it's more silvers than it actually is metal effects on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what you want to go through, something like that. Okay, so this one is something that's been blanging along for a long time now. Brandon's put up here, hi team, it's going through Facebook and he's seen this one. He's checked on Scalemates and it says it's new tooling. It is. This is the brand new tooling of the Trumpeter's version of the Hind. So like buses, they've all come along at once. Again, it's another Hind D, which is obviously denoted usually by the front. It's the easiest way to do it, to go through. This is the Polish version they've done on theirs, and again, doesn't look too bad looking at the various bits on here and all the rest of it. And to be honest with you, as been pointed out here, the riveting, I don't know, it's like, do you want none or do you want it overdone? Because to me, the riveting, if I put it on full screen, you can see it a little bit better. As you can probably see, it's sort of like they've gone back in time to the old-fashioned Trumpeter riveting. It's huge. It's very, very big, very, very large. And technically, obviously, on the hind, a lot of them are raised as well as recessed and various things like it. I don't know. That scale of that riveting looks just like it's on the 35th scale one. But clearly, obviously, it's not. But yeah, again, it's one of those. Me and Matt were discussing this before. And we were saying about, obviously, the different options that are out there for it. Obviously, I was very critical of the, which is now been obviously reboxed by Edard, the version of it, because it's got no riveting onto it, and really it's got very little external detail right the way onto it. But like Matt said, at the end of the day, you just re-rivet it. It's quite straightforward to re-rivet a helicopter because they're quite flat areas onto it. So you can just whip round and put all your riveting detail into it, and it wouldn't take that much to bring it up to spec. But I just feel that perhaps Trumpeter's gone the other way and they've over-riveted it. Not only is the riveting look not convincing because they've just done panels around the outside the panels and there's none going through, but it looks massively over scale. But again, it may be one of those ones we'll see. We'll get one in for review and we'll have a look at it and go through the motions of it. It will be interesting to see what versions you get in the box, but the detail looks nice. This one, obviously, you do get an interior by the looks of it, so again, we wasn't expecting it not to, but yeah, interesting. I just feel that they've overdone the riveting. This style of riveting almost looks like it's the actual unlock ones rather than the riveting the panels in. So yeah, again, we'll see. I'd be more interested to see what the tail looks like than the fuselage, to be honest. See what the tail looks like and go from there. But yeah, it's one of those. It's going to be take your choice, with or without.
Well,
overdone or not, none at all.
Yeah, well, at least you got an option.
Yes, definitely. So hopefully we'll sort that out. Adam says, morning guys, do you have any recommendations for a good 1/48 scale British service AH-64 Apache? So what you want is a WAH-64, which is what is the Westlands version of it, which was the one, although apparently we're now just buying the American one now, aren't we, for the new version?
I have no idea. I have to take your word for it. Don't know.
No, about a couple of months ago, apparently we've done a contract, haven't we, for a brand new Apache, which is it the FE or the F version now? Which is the new version of it, but we're not building. Last time we built them all here in the southwest, but this time apparently we're just buying direct.
Oh right, okay, fair enough.
And doing off the shelf, yeah, job for it. As for the best one that's out there, again, it gets a little bit tricky because I think pretty much everybody's kits out there is very much out of date now, because they've all got new missile detectors and various sensors and things on there, which are probably, I don't think any of them out there do it. Wasn't it Tallerzone did a rebox or did a version of it as a WAH-64 a few years ago now?
Yeah, but yeah, that's about...
Was that 72nd or was it 48th?
I think that was 48, but Academy do a 72nd version of a British Apache.
Yeah.
But 48th wise, I mean, you've got an Hasegawa one, which I don't know if they do a British one. I don't think they do. I
think that's an early longbow as well. It's not even...
Yeah, they're longbows and earlier ones. And then you've got Italy, and I think that is it. Because I think Academy did a version in 48th as well, but I don't know if that was Italy's reboxed, if it was their own, and I don't think it would...
Because I've done that one. I did that version of it, and there's a video build, there's a free to watch on there, and that kit, at the time when I did it, I wish I'd done, but I couldn't get hold of it, was Hasegawa's version. Because Hasegawa's got a better version of it.
Yeah.
But again, you're talking back now, these kits, when I built them, would have been early 2000s.
Yeah.
So it would have been like 20 years ago now. So again, you're into that thing of recommendations of a good British service. If you want a modern version, you might need to stick a little bit of aftermarket onto it. So a lot of the laser detectors and the missile detectors, they have plates on them. I can't remember what they're called now. And they stick up at all angles all over it to see anything coming at it. Most of them don't come with those, so you need to either scratch build them or do it and various things. But it depends how far you want to go with it, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah.
If you want to go tons at it, you can throw a load at it. If you just want to go for a good one, again, as I say, it might be worth having a look at Italy's version of it, just because, again, how it's going to work. I know sometimes the exhausts with the new ones point upwards. They don't come out the back, they go up.
Right.
But they're sort of blended in. It's not like an afterthought now, it's all in. I don't know. So I must admit, I'm not up on the Apache at all, but
No.
When it comes to DCS, I will be, because, you know.
No. Yeah, no, me neither, I'm afraid. So
Yes, it's a little bit above my pay grade. If anybody's good knows, please post up in the after show comment bit.
Yeah,
if you know about it.
Yeah, because it might be somebody we've forgotten about, but I can't. Not off the top of my head, as far as I know, it's Italy in Hasegawa. So, yeah.
Yes, very nice. Anyway, it is that time of year, that spooky season.
Oh yes. Why did we get dressed up last year? What did we do?
I don't think it cared. We just decided to do it for a giggle. Are we not doing it this year? My other half are you going to get out your crappy flowery shirt again?
No, I'm not doing
My
it.
Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen gear.
Yeah, that's it. Changing rooms, costumes on. No, not this year. I don't think so.
No, I don't think we get dressed up this year.
We're not doing it this year. It takes too long to get the face paint off.
Yeah,
for me.
that's it. Definitely. Anyway, what we're talking about is we've got a spooky Halloween auction
on Sunday.
On Sunday, what time are we starting?
7.
Right, 7 o'clock Sunday, live across all the medias, although you will have to be a Flory Models member to be able to bid. We're doing an auction. So this is a sneak peek of what's going to be on. Obviously, we get full details of this. We'll either be up later today or it'll be up tomorrow with you, and we can talk about it again in detail tomorrow night on tomorrow night's live show. But we've got an auction, so usual thing. It'll be silly starting bids and all the rest of it. You will be able to pre-bid. This will be via Nathan, because obviously Andy's away at the moment. And then obviously usual rules, terms and conditions and everything else apply, which we'll sort out for you later. But anyway, up first of all, lot 1 will be a lovely 48 scale MiG-21 as well.
So yeah,
check one there.
Just to clarify as well, which we will do tomorrow more, but these are all from different stashes. This isn't PM stock. This isn't just mine or Phil's. Some of it's John's, some of it's mine, some of it's Nathan's, some of it's Phil's. So we will put them in different categories, and when we go through the auction, you will know. Because obviously people buy, if they buy something from John and then something from me, you're going to have to obviously pay
two
separate postage. We can't combine.
Yeah.
The only way obviously combining is if it's mine or PM's.
Yes.
Which will be in a section, but obviously we'll go through all this at a later date, so you'll know. Yeah.
Again, so we've got MiG-23, we've got the Flogger B, which is the fighter version.
With Aries.
With some Aries aftermarket bits as well, so I've done that kit. Very nice as well. We've got a MiG-15 with a very nice book as well, 48 scale. We've got some of the Desert Warfare gear. So we've got the Coyote and we've got the Wimmick and the Snatch Land Rover.
Yep.
Very nice as well. A little bit of aftermarket there. So we've got some tyres and wheels and something else, whatever that is.
I don't know. John can explain that. These are his kits.
Oh, right. Okay. Flanker B obviously speaks for itself. That's the Hobby Boss 48 scale one. And we've got the UB version, so 2-seater, and obviously the single seat version as well. Limited edition, obviously Edard. We've got the Heinkel, the HE177.
Yep.
As well. So we've got that one there. We've got Matt's got here nice photography with a glare. Brilliant.
I know, sorry. You can tell what it is. It says on the box.
It's a Lynx. So that's the HMA 8 version with a little camera on the front, all the rest of it, and some aftermarket for the Wildcat markings down on that one as well. Oh, look, classic. A silver arrow, isn't it?
It is a... No, that was a Merc. That's an Audi.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. Yeah, sorry, that's an Audi.
Union Audi.
Nice. Who painted their silver as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't come with a box, clearly, does it?
No box.
No box, but lots of aftermarket bits and pieces as well down in here for an Airfix Buccaneer.
In the box.
And resin. Resin.
I'll go through this one because it is a bit of a mishmash of, you know, but it is what it is, as you can tell. I don't need to really tell you. So I will be here on Sunday. I'm not doing it from home. I'll be here, I've decided. So I'll have the camera on. So when that one is up, I'll show you actually what it is. Right. It is complete, but there's stuff off sprue, stuff in boxes, a bit, But again, it's a 48 Buccaneer with aftermarket decals, as you can tell, which everybody wants to build. So there you go. Yeah.
There you go. Fair enough. We got the British Beaufighter Mark 10 Navy version. There we go. We got a Jolly Green Giant, wasn't it? The CH-53s. Very nice, 48 scale.
Hey, do you know what? That kit is a lot better than you think it is. I was really surprised because I thought, oh God, you know, because obviously everybody compares that kind of with the Academy one.
Yes.
The Academy one's kind of a different version anyway, isn't it?
I was going to say it's not the same as the Academy one. The Academy one is a 3-engine version. It's totally different beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh God, this is going to be rubbish.
Yes.
And actually, it's not. It is. I've got 2.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm selling one, because I actually want to build one for the Luftwaffe.
Yeah.
Even though that's kind of a German.
To be honest, I've built this kit as well, and to be honest, one of the things that I think puts people off is raised detail.
But it's got it.
But it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
If you want that raised, all the riveting detail, because it's absolutely covered in it, is raised, as is the real thing.
Yeah. And it's a beast.
Yeah. It is an absolute beast. It's huge.
It's a proper lump. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with that kit. So anyway, yeah. Oh, look what's underneath it.
Oh look, it's a Humphrey.
It's Humphrey, and with what's coming up next year for the Flashpoint.
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously the Buccaneer is Flashpoint for Granby.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a few, as you'll see, it picked out, but yeah, it's a Wessex. I've already built one. And I don't know if it was that version. No, the other version I built, I think. Or was it that one? I don't know. Whichever version I've built. And it's an hard to get hold of kit, as people know now. It's quite sought after. And I was like, shall I shan't? But I don't think I'll build another one anytime soon. So I'm letting it go.
Okie dokie. Fair enough. Anyway, so Wessex, 48 scale. Classic airframes. A what? It's like a duck with 2 engines.
It's a Widgeon.
A Widgeon.
It's a little.
What scale is that? Is that 48? Yeah, 48 scale.
I'll tell you what, that's a rare kit, mate.
Very.
That's hard to get hold of in 48. It's not great to get hold of in 72nd, but yeah. So something.
Classic airframes, very nice.
Bantom.
Bantom, 48 scale, Hasegawa kit, best in scale, best in everything, really nice kit, I have to say. Zwilling. Zwilling.
Oh, well, however you pronounce it in German. Sorry to any German speakers out there.
So if you need a bit of room for that. That's a wall hanger, that is, tell you.
It is if you're towing your glider behind it.
Yeah, if you've got your glider on there. So yes, 48 scale, very nice. We've got the Little Bird. Come back to that. Really, really nice kit. Fantastic kit. I have to say, probably one of Kitty Hawk's best. Definitely very, very nice all the way through on that one. This one comes obviously with the figures, which has got the assault team on there as well.
Yep.
A couple of classics. So we've got down in there, which is the Jet Provost T4. Very nice starter kit. Don't worry about the paints. Yes. And we've got the 72nd P40.
Yeah.
Very nice as well. Cool. Charlie 2 and the Armour one.
Yeah.
Very nice. Is that the one I reviewed?
No, that's a new one.
Oh, right. Okay. I was going to say, so there is a review on that one as well and all the rest of it, which I did with the
I
Armour.
will put up what's review samples as well. Whatever, that's a review sample, the old Peugeot Maxi.
Okay. Peugeot as well. New kits. Very nice indeed.
So, that's new.
New. Lysander. Very nice done as well. 48 scale.
A review sample of the Angel of Mercy, so that's gone now again. So
yeah, cool.
That's new again. Flashpoint look, 6-day war.
Yeah.
And the Dash 3.
Very does. We've got the Diamond Wrecker,
which is packed.
Oh, we do. Yes.
That is packed. That box. To be honest.
I was going to say, I did a review on one of them, wasn't it? And it is absolutely stuffed. I mean, incredible.
Yeah. I mean, somebody was asking about mirror models and what's happened to them. I don't know if they're still in business or not, but they were doing some interesting subjects.
Yeah.
With
their wreckers that they were doing and all that type of recovery stuff was fantastic, wouldn't it?
That'd look cool built up and weathered.
Because it is, don't get us wrong, that is fully detailed. It's got everything on it.
Yeah, so. Everything. Oh, look, your review of a bow fighter.
Okay, very nice with the bow fighter. Very nice indeed as well. So another Mark 10. Again, we've got the Valletta T3.
Yep.
Very nice indeed. We've got the twin Huey, which is basically the Navy version with the twin engines.
Yep.
Very nice indeed. And then Nathan's got a TSR2 72nd original boxing.
With aftermarket.
With some aftermarket bits as well. We've got the Lotus.
How rare?
What, that one?
No,
yes.
No, the one underneath.
Oh, the one, yes, the Lotus.
Formula 1 car.
Yes, Senna's markings.
Yeah.
So very, very nice as well. So we've got the Lotus out there. Oh, look, a Desert Babe.
Selling his Desert Babe.
Crikey. 48 scale Desert Babe. Don't see one of them every day.
No. Oh, look, and lightning.
Oh, look.
Go on, show them.
I can vouch for that. There it is. That's mine. That I did part for the live series with me and Matt and all the rest of it. So I did the top version. I have to say, fantastic kits, both of those. Really, really nice. They're 72nd scale kits. The new ones are absolutely brilliant. But if you do want the Big Brother, and I got one of them as well, although Nathan's got mine, we've got the F2, F6 version. The actual Lightning as well. Which version I got there? I can't remember now which one. Oh yeah, I've got the newer boxing of that one. That's the original one. So fantastic kit as well. Best one you'll get.
That's a great kit. And then the Dornier.
Dornier D17.
Yeah.
So very nice as well. Airfix. And then from me, this is review samples, to be honest. So I say review sample. We do buy them. So Dan in here, we don't get given. It sounds like I'm just going to correct anyone here. We've never been given a kit for a review in my life. So, but anyway, we've got the Panther, which I reviewed as well. It's just I'll never get around to doing it. A 24 scale DR1. Again, it's the review one as well. So that's down in there as well. Again, we did this one. We Star Trek one. After me burn out of doing the last one, I can't see myself doing the Voyager any day soon. So that one is up. The Minerva as well. Really nice copper state models. You know all about that one anyway. Review of that one as well is up. And obviously I got this one in originally just to make sure it was what we thought it was. So and it is. This is the actual AFV kit. The F5E, and obviously they've got Korean because it's in Korean markings. But to be honest, I've got the Navy version up there as well. I've got the F5E within the Sundowners marking, so there's no point having two of the same kit. So that's that one up is in there. So,
just to say as well, with that F5, there's plenty of aftermarket decals.
Oh god, yes.
Really, really, really cracking schemes as well. To be honest, you can do with that from everybody who's used them.
Yeah,
loads and loads of schemes. So again, there might be a few more bits added. I've got
again, I might scoot through and see what we've got in here.
Rate the top of Leslie's office in my boxes to see if there's anything I need to offload from my stash. So there might be a few more additions to this by Sunday. So keep it. But yeah, like Phil said, we'll go through this more tomorrow when everybody's on. But if when it's live, all pre-bids go to Nathan. Please PM him. And not for obvious reasons this week.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it. All good. Looking forward to Sunday. Be good. Be laugh.
Yes, very good. Why is that coming? Go away. Oh my god. I'm being assaulted. Luckily you can't see this, but Bing has decided to fire up on my computer.
Bing. Oh god, don't talk to
Windows.
I don't know what I've done to mine. I synced my OneDrive.
Right.
Because my new phone.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on my phone,
right?
Which then synced to my computer, which then just used up all memory because it's put all my photos on my computer. I'm just like, why do I get?
Nice.
Yeah, nightmare it was.
Fair enough. Anyway, the full details of that obviously will be up with you tomorrow night on this one. But if you do want to join us for it, even if you just want to join in for a giggle, grab yourself a drink, some snacks, usual bits and pieces. We'll be on with you live Sunday at 7 p.m. Work our way through until that one's finished as well for our little Halloween evening as well. So, and again, I'll do some giveaways and various bits and pieces as well with that as well to get you all started in the mood for it.
Like get them revved up.
Get them all revved up.
Gavel.
Yeah, I've got my gavel. He's still up here. Look, he's all here in position. I've got my hammer. We're all. That's it. We're good to go. Gavel. And now we have a professional countdown clock and music, and
that's it.
Got it all here. So I think. Hold on. Let me make sure we still got our thing countdown. Yeah, it's all right. He can't hear this, but you guys at home. So yes, we have our professional countdown music as well. Very nice. There we go. Anyway, that will be on with you on Sunday night again at 7 o'clock. But again, we'll go through full details and members. You can see all about that one over the next couple of days. So we'll be back with you tomorrow night as well, live 7:30, which the topic is...
YouTube.
Basically
YouTube videos. So obviously you being a veteran now of making videos, obviously we're going to go back before YouTube. We're all on about videos, I suppose, and video making, because obviously Nathan's done some, I've done some. John obviously hasn't. But yeah, we thought we'd go through the pros and cons, I suppose, of the genre, as you want to put it that way. And I think it'd be an interesting conversation, to be honest. Just a bit of insight of our, the efforts to make a video, editing,
Yes.
as you were editing, whatever. And just, I think as well, like a bit like Facebook and the internet, how it's helped. It's help and stuff, but then obviously there's a negative side of it as well, which we'll get into. We're not going ranting as we do, but you never know. It might
turn into a rant, especially from me. Get me started on YouTube. Anyway, don't forget, you get all your bits and pieces as always on the PM store. Please pop by and have a look at those things. If you want pre-orders and bits and pieces, don't forget that's available to Royal Models members, so you can see all about that as well. But as I say, we'll be back with you tomorrow at 7:30, as I say, and good like that. So there we go. We're all done, mate.
Yep, that's it.
We're all done. Okay, thank you for watching. We will see you all again. Happy modelling. Take care. Bye.
Bye.